especially up in this city. We're in, basically all the Democrats. Again, they filled up the Democrats with all of the alphabet, FBI, the CIA. All of the generals. What's that? General Miley, the full, the Pentagon. All these, remember, because the white dude, General Miley, he was like, "Oh, I'm white, and I think the most important mission is to understand white rage." And everybody's like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And so all this woke crazy, these crazy brainwashed people, right? And so remember, I told you the other day, this one chick followed me, and tried to, tailgate me. All right, so, and like I said, I did some things. So soon as I'm coming back, the VA calls, and it's the matter of fact, I was making a video. I got it on video. I didn't talk. I shut the video down. The live stream. They called. I was outside. I was out front, and it was a couple of days ago. What's today? Monday? Yeah, it must have been like last Thursday. Let me see if I can find it right quick. And anyway, I shut it down. And yeah, I see it's the VA. I programmed it in. And so they call again. So every time I'm talking, they call in or something. Every time they, or either they did something and I'm responding, so the VA calls. Oh, yo, hey, Mr. Ted, hey, whatever, we had talked to you, and da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, all right. And this is the nephrologist, right? But really, she's not. I thought about her. She's like one of the first ones that really is a serious position, a medical professional that's in a serious position that put people's lives in danger, and she's playing that gang stalking shit. All right, so the first time I see her, this is about 2 years ago, 2.5. And oh, you know what? She couldn't help herself. She says something like oh, you know more than oh, it sounds like you know more than me. And actually, yeah, I probably do know more than you. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like when I was a kid in the 80s, when people, I knew even people in my family, when they get a disease, you don't know more than a doctor who treats people, but you know more about it for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I'm like, yeah, I know, because like I said, I listened to the doctors, because the first time I got real sick with the kidney was like in 2002 or something. I almost died then. This was at the VA. And doctors in the VA didn't know what to do. They couldn't understand it. And so, like I said, when it happened again, 17 years later, this is 2018. So the doctors up here, again, I was in and out, in and out. This is 2018. And this ain't a brag. This ain't, oh, I want more money. That's what I keep telling y'all. That's how you know these nasty motherfuckers. They don't care about life. They don't care about their own health. They don't even want money to survive. They just think it's a status. They just mad because they're nasty and fucking evil. All right, so these stupid motherfuckers, the doctors, yeah, the doctors, but they keep asking. I'm like, I don't know, because the first time I was out for 3 days, and technically, the person who found me, they should have been took me. Days, they sold me for days just laying there. I guess they thought I was just, I don't know, depressed or something, but I was dying. Finally, they called. I don't know. I don't even know how I got to the hospital. But this was like in 2002. And so, they couldn't understand it, and all they kept saying was, they explaining, because I did used to have seizures all the fucking time. Grand mile, I remember when I was still in the army. I'm walking around with a black eye, and because this ain't in there Fort Bragg no more. That's why I left Fort Bragg. I couldn't jump out of airplanes no more if you're having seizures. So anyway, I said I don't even want to be here no more if I can't do what my buddies do if we go to war. I did. I'm gone. Cause I could have just went to another unit up the street, Coscom or something like that. Fort Bragg is huge, but I'm like, I don't, yeah, that. But why would I ain't want to stay there and watch them do their thing, even though I wouldn't have seen it. I'm just saying, I would have known. I just didn't want to stay around there. And yeah, it's like staying around if you was on the you was a starter. No, serious, it is. You a starter on the team that won the Super Bowl last year. Now you get so hurt, you're not gonna stick around. They give you a job. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you might stick around, but you don't want to stick around. Now, if you can get a job, I guess in the main position somewhere, but I don't know. So anyway, the bottom line is, they said something about creatinine. It's like it's because you kept having seizures back to back to back to back. The creatinine, it didn't give your kidneys time to clean out something called creatinine. And that creatine, the weightlifting stuff. All right, so all right, I'm smart. My people are smart, so they understand what they're saying. And they was like, though, we don't know. And it wasn't even, well, we just got to give him a, kidney. He's going, to die. But the doctor, one of them said, I think he was Asian. Because like I said, I was out of it, in and out, in and out. This is after I woke up. For days, I'm in and out. I'm having dreams. I'm talking. You know what? It was funny. Because this was really what made me go back and get help. I never said anything. While I was out them 3 or 4 days in the coming in and out, it was just I'm having weird ass thoughts and dreams about some kind of whatever, some alternate universe. George Bush, seriously, George Bush, all this shit. Cause he was president, George Bush Jr. And y'all left me. I'm talking about the whole world, y'all too. Anybody listening, everybody that didn't even know me, everybody got to leave and they left me. They put out the word that something is wrong in this universe. I'm telling you, but I'm laying there in the hospital building. Hell, actually, some days, this alternate universe that, these woke people and all this letting criminals go, murdering people, maybe I was right. Maybe they did leave me and y'all are. Remember, I keep saying, that I keep saying is like y'all are aliens, and especially the people I grew up with that taught me the things I know, and they're one of y'all, and they're doing all this crazy shit that they taught me, you know, used to get whoopings about. Now they're doing the exact opposite. It's like, damn, maybe that shit was right. So my real people and the real humans, they're in another unit. I ain't even think about that. But anyway, I mean, technically, I'm smart. It's probably just brainwashing. They just brainwashed. But so anyway, I wake up and I didn't have no input on your treatment. They're making all, and the doctor, when I remember waking up, and the doctor, I remember he was Asian, Chinese or something. He's shaking his head. I don't know if he's Japanese. I don't know. He's just shaking his head when I woke up. This is a true story. Because all he did, they finally just said, let's just do emergency dialysis. And they did. And everything was, boom. But they spent all them days trying to figure out what to do. And finally, they just did the murder. And this is in my medical records. Not the shaking the head part, but that's what I remember. Shaking his head. He's just shaking his head. He said it. This Asian doctor, because in Birmingham, UAB is a world-class hospital there. If you know anything about medicine, they always, actually, they're the biggest employer in Alabama. So they got all the grants and research, cancer, there's a breast cancer, female cancer, all this type of just everything. So, and the VA is right next door. So that's what I'm saying. Like up here, there's, VA, they was in trouble in 2015. They got bad marks, treating the veterans bad. The one in Birmingham, I never had no problems, and they didn't show up on that list. Look up it was like about 10 years ago, 2014, 9, 8. There was a whole bunch of them. The one here, and a whole bunch of them, they getting in trouble. I will say, The one in Birmingham, I can attest, they didn't get on that list. I was like, yeah. I told them, when they was talking about it here, oh yeah, they was giving dirty needle or some shit. But anyway, so the same doctors, they could just walk. So we're in their round. So they are, you know, they're at UAB and the VA. They got two different tags on, Doctor So and So. So all the specialists. And he's like, I read about this and heard about this, but I'd never seen it before. That's what I'm saying. No, nobody recovered like that because I recovered. I think I recovered, like in a couple of hours. And, this Birmingham and my folks, everybody's so religious. Oh, they know this and that. Some kind of religious happening. I'm just waking up because, like they said, the first thing I did was eat an apple. But I'm just saying it was the hospital food, hospital. But anyway, the reason I'm telling this. So, like I said, the other day, after that person, and I said I ain't gonna say what happened. I did punk him out, but I ain't gonna, whatever. And so they called. I'm still. That's how I know I got them because they all of a sudden my phone rings. I'm still driving. I'm only about 5 minutes from here, and so I answer the phone because I see it's the VA. And oh yeah, this is so and so. And she's like, do you remember? I'm like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's just weird because the reason she even asked, do you? But okay, so she's not a doctor. She's some kind of medical specialist with the kidneys, and that's why I brought up the story about creatinine. And it's like you're a normal person. Any of y'all, your creatinine level is like 1 or something, 1.0. Mine was at 10. And this is not a brag. This is not oh, I'm so sick I can't work. None of that shit. This is just the truth. The 10 is way too high. 5 is too high. Mine was at 10, 11. And yeah, you finna die. Your kidneys just shut down. But so anyway, it happened again 2018 up here. And like I said, they kept asking me, but this time, I'm not out. I'm still loose. I could talk. And they telling them, this happened in 2001, and he's at the VA in Birmingham. That 2000, and they kept asking me though. So what happened? I'm like, they're right there. I told you, I was out. Not just I don't remember. I was out. And then they kept asking me, the doctors. This was just 28. I'm like, because I said it got to the point. I'm like, y'all asked me that one. I was hurting. I'm like, I'm gonna use my last. I don't care. I'm finna die. I'm finna beat the shit out of you. I'm saying I was finna beat the shit out of all them doctors in that room. I was finna get up, snatch this shit out my arm and choke you to death with the them wire the IV fluid thing. I said, if y'all come in here one more time and ask me what the fuck happened, and they told you can get. I'm like, outside. You want me to sign medical release record? So they'll fax you my records from 2002 from Birmingham VA. I don't know what happened back then. Finally, one doctor, she came in and she figured out. But this had been 30 days, and they got it under control and did it's back down. But my shit's still not normal. Like right now, for me, because they was going it's called peritoneal dialysis. I had to go through that program. When I got about 30 days, I got good enough to get out, to let me out the hospital. Because matter of fact, the first day when I was there, I accepted it. I said, you know what, I'm good. Just do what you can. If that's it, it's whatever. So, but all the Democrat, the gang, Democrat gang, they're all acting sad, putting on a sad face. Oh, I'm like, I don't care, whatever. If I can get out of here, I can get out of here. But then it gets to like 3 weeks, well, maybe next week. Let's see Monday. God damn, nigga. And then. So this by then, the pain, they did manage the pain. They figured out, we got to get your blood pressure down. That's what caused, this time it was the blood pressure. That's what he, squeezed it so much, my kidneys ain't working. Your blood pressure too high. This time, that's what caused them to go out again. All right, so but they still got to figure out why this and that. And the creatinine level is still high. So they came in and did dialysis a couple of times, 2 or 3 times. Not emergency, just regular. And it's like, so now I'm thinking like, shit, I got to be on dialysis. And I knew people since everybody know about dialysis, even as a teenager kid. You got a relative, somebody been on dialysis. House smell like pee, whatever. I don't know. But so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be one of them. I'm still all right. Well, just let's whatever. I know I got to go to the hospital more. Oh, not the hospital, clinics now, once or twice a week. So you can let me up out of here. But they put me on what's gonna be peritoneal, and they did the surgery. And I'm gonna show you the scar. That's where it was. And they put this thing in your belly. You can look this on video YouTube. They show you how it worked. You got they give you all this stuff to do it yourself at home, because your kidneys don't work. You gotta put this fluid in. You got the little the IV tower. They seen in the movies. When the one they always show. The IV tower. And they give you one of those. They give you all this equipment. Cause matter of fact, that's why I said I still got a room full of equipment that they use for the the scan. I got masks and gloves, because with peritoneal, like they said, they put a like a 3-inch tube on your stomach, and it's got to be covered up all day, and it got the cover. But they said that when you're opening that, only have it open real fast so you can plug it up, because that means your insides, your gut is open every time that you take that cap off. And it's like they said, if you ever drop it even for 1 second, give us a call, because you don't get an infection. And then they said immediately, day or night or whatever, because you're going to get an infection inside your kidney, because it goes straight to your kidney. And what you do, I was doing that. It took a month to do the training. That's when I first bought the Mustang, that gray one at the beginning. But so I'm doing the training and this and that. And so that, this is out the small clinic. And my point is, I'm trying to get to the point. The levels went down again, my creatinine levels. So basically my kidneys just kept starting working, kicking back in. And they said, you know what, you ain't even got to be on, because that's what happened. That's when at first is the first day I was in the hospital. The second day the doctor came and, you know what, your kidneys, you're gonna have to get on the list, kidney transplants, da 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 da. And then, you know what, I accepted. I said okay. That's why I was so ready to get out. I'm okay. I gotta go do that, but I don't want to lay up in the hospital. Let me out. And by then it's 2018. I knew about gang stalking. I don't want to be up in here, a target. Y'all can just come in and, the workers and the nurses and all this and that. And like, no, let me out. But so they said, but we got okay. Now the kidney started working enough. You can be on what's called peritoneal, and you do it yourself twice a day. In between, you can go. You let the gravity, the fluid is the same size as a regular IV. Let it go into your kidneys. Let it work for an hour so you can go leave and go do what you gotta do. Come back, and then you put the emptying bag on the ground, on your carpet or whatever, and open it back up. You just switched it out and let it drain, and that's all you pee, like you pee. And you got to dump it, because the little nurse, she's being, then they do. They got to come see it. They came to my house twice. They come the first time to see, if you're a living situation, if you're a good candidate. And yeah, okay, my house was, you saw my old apartment where I first started making videos. If you haven't, just rewind all the way back to the beginning and you'll see. And so, yeah, okay. Then the nurse is joking, but I got to show you how to really do it. Dump the waste out. Basically don't make sure to put it in the toilet, because some people will dump it in the bathtub, and your whole house gonna smell like old man. And, I was laughing at it, because like I said, when I was little, I knew what she was talking about. This is like, oh, you gonna smell like Mr. Peabody, your whole house. And she's just joking, make it, because she's the one teaching me. It was like twice a week I would go for a month. So by the end, they still doing blood work. They see it went down even further to like 3, and that's probably where it is right now. Like a normal person, yours is probably not even 1, like 0.01. That's what I'm saying, or whatever. If you get your blood working, creatinine level. All right, the reason I said that, when I first met this lady, she's not a kidney doctor, she's not a nephrologist, she's not a MD, but she's like a specialist. Just talk to her. We're trying to get you on a plan to save your kidneys for as long as you. That's how I knew she was gang stalking. Just save them, and like I said, I started just naming stuff the doctors had told me over all these years. And she said, oh, it sounds like you know more than me. I'm like, why wouldn't I know a lot? I don't know more than you. Why are you being funny? That's how you're supposed to be happy that I know all. That means I follow y'all directions. Why do you want somebody who you need to drill it in their head? You got to do this twice. That's what I'm saying. That's evil. That's what I'm telling you. That shit is evil. You don't want your relatives, well as at the VA or regular hospital, going to these Democrat diversity hire people who are jealous and angry if you take your time. Like I said, when I was a kid, you got a relative that had cancer. They do their own research, and it's not just black folks. You've seen it in the movies. The holistic approach, all that shit. You try to find your own shit. So they're up there jealous and mad. I mean, she's like, "Oh, you know more than me." And then she's like, "Oh, well, we're not gonna." I kept saying, "Yeah, what I started with." So both times it was the creatinine level. Every time I'm like, my creatinine was, "Oh, we're not gonna focus on that." I'm like, "What? Okay, it don't matter. I focus on it." And yeah, exactly. I know what to do. Don't worry about it. And so she calls, like I said, she calls that day right out. I'm still on the road, like 3 minutes after I turned around and left the person. After I got, I felt sufficient. Like, okay, yeah, exactly. I ain't gonna say what happened, but I'm like, okay, yeah, it's over with. And now they call. Now my phone rings. Okay, yeah, VAI. Yeah, exactly. So y'all mad. So that person who was following me was supposed to do what they did and go on about it, and I was supposed to take it. But since I did something, and now that person probably scared, now, oh, he's crazy. He's going, yeah, exactly. So now the VA called, oh, have you, have you, we haven't, oh, you need to come in, and all this shit. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So I'm happy, mission accomplished. All right. So I know for a fact, and that's what I'm saying. Now, like I said, like yesterday, I went to the store. There was no more tailgating. They all, just is respectful or whatever. And I don't mean give me respect, just normal, common sense. Don't tailgate. I don't tailgate. Why are you? They literally, like I said, they pull up this close to my damn bumper. We're driving. I'm not. That's dangerous for you and me. All right. So anyway. And they're probably mad that I'm telling on her right now. The specialist. And like I said, when she said, "Oh, sounds like you know more than me," and she wasn't being complimentary or, "Oh, at least you take care, you followed her." No, she's actually, you can tell that sly this shit. Yeah, passive aggressive. I'm like, I'm supposed to know not more than you, but I should know, a lot, instead of just going to hospital all the time and then not following directions. That's like the big old people that got diabetes. And again, this was in the 80s, and they got to get their foot cut off, because they didn't listen. And and this and that. It's just like they say, soul food. And the family keep feeding them soul food. And the granddad, he big and fat, and they love him so much, and he love Big Mama cake, and she just keep baking them cake. And that's what I'm saying. That's why I learned that from in the 80s as a kid. That's why I learned to follow the, by the time I get sick, I learned to not do just follow directions no matter what. Eat bland food. Okay, it's no big deal. But it's not, oh, I just love this and that, they think it's cute. Yeah, he snuck, cause what they thought was cute, cause he sneaked some of the cake. He be sneaking. You got that, and he's literally laid up. And then sure enough, he got to get his foot cut off for the diabetes. Cause that's how they pronounce it, diabetes. Back there, the black folks, diabetes. He got the diabetes, the diabetes, or the sugar. I ain't know what the hell sugar was when I moved. I ain't heard that till I was like 12. He got the sugar, baby. What the hell is the sugar? Oh, diabetes. Like these country motherfuckers, that would call this shit this crazy ass shit. The diabetes. It's like, that's what I'm saying. Time out for that ignorant black shit, the cute shit, Big Mama and them and all of the soul food that's killing you. And that's black folks. Yeah, you white, you a cracker. It's like, whatever, nigga. I'm telling you, like, y'all just don't know. Time out for all this shit. All right, so what got me going off? I just happened to see this. Now all of a sudden, and this happens every year. But see what happened last year. That's why I was joking about it. I forgot it was that time of year again. That's that. This year going fast. You get older, years go. So we probably finna get another big raise because they keep fucking up the economy, and it's automatic. So last year, remember 2022, They bragged about it. Yeah, Joe Biden is because the veterans gonna get the biggest raise in his or either I don't know 40 years, and everybody busting. They said no, dumbass. It's automatic. It goes by the economy. So now they trying to. I just saw this, but it's an old audit. Well, I don't know. Let me see. When is this? So now, yeah, they look supporting the veterans. Now they know better than the shit that fucked them up last year. Yeah, stupid ass Democrats. You don't have to sign a bill. Now all of a sudden he signed a bill in a move aimed at providing much needed financial relief to veterans. Joe Biden signed into law the veterans compensation. There's no such thing. You don't have to sign a fucking act. It's automatic every fucking year. Now all of a sudden he signed the act. These stupid motherfuckers. Oh, I mean, it's all good. Like I said, these stupid people, these black ass. I'm talking about black folks. You're a Democrat. That's why you're suffering. You never learn. You trust in these. I don't know what the hell is y'all problem. And these rats and snakes. And like it was just last year. It's not even like this is something. So everybody knows it's automatic. It goes if the reason it'd be a small increase because the economy was good. The reason it was so big last year was because Joe Biden fucked up the economy on purpose. His puppet masters, the communists, told him to destroy America. And so and matter of fact, that's how stupid they were. They weren't even thinking about the effects it's gonna have on the VA or Social Security and anybody else. And then when it happened, it came in, it's like, oh, what it's like they didn't even know what it was. The so-called president, he didn't know what it was. None of them knew that it's automatic. And I just saw that a couple of, how long I've been, 30 minutes. I saw that about 40 minutes ago. And I was like, oh, damn, that's right. It is finna be October. Just like, it's not because of my VA, but see, that's what I'm saying. They're so mad about this VA check. They still trying to find ways. It's like they really do not quit. They are fucking stupid. They are like a kid that never learns a lesson, just keeps burning themselves, keep touching a hot stove. But these aren't kids. So you got to do something with them. You got to keep these stupid people away from everybody. If you don't want to put them in prison, you got to put them in a mental institution. You got to put them somewhere. And like I said, now they're in the VA. Everywhere. And like that's what it's not. Like I said, when that lady asked me that too, that was the first time I had a real bad VA person. She wasn't bad, but I'm just saying you can tell. She's like, I'm like, why is that a big deal to you that I know a lot about my own illness? Why wouldn't I know a lot? That's not something you would say. That's something you say to somebody, and it's not a big deal. I don't know. Maybe you go to a restaurant and it seems like you know more about that. And it's like, yeah, okay, and you might be able to get a little offended because it ain't a big deal. But this is somebody's life, and you're going to say, oh, seems like you know more than that. No, wait a minute. No, this is not that place where you do stupid shit like that. And it's like they don't even know that it's like they don't even, to them, they ain't even do, that's what I'm saying. When she called, I hadn't talked to her. She's supposed to keep up on, that's her job. She's supposed to keep up on all of us, probably every 6 months. She ain't called in about over a year. And so that she ain't called until the other day. Oh, yeah, so... And then if I bust her out, because I can bust her out and file a complaint against her, then it's going to be, oh, why would you do it? All that stupid shit. Then they go play victim. And then exactly, so once I snap, they always do something stupid. And once I start snapping like I am now, then it's, oh, sir, how you doing, sir? Even though, yeah, she's a medical professional, maybe not a doctor, but yeah, now all of a sudden, they try kid gloves, like I'm some dude who just snapped. Yeah, I'm just some crazy dude who just gets angry. It's like, y'all are stupid. That's why y'all dying. That's why I said we don't have to do. That's why God is getting rid of y'all. Y'all are stupid. It's like you can't play games like that. You can't. You can't piss somebody, do some dirt to some people, and then they try to play dirt. Yeah, they'll try to say, like, what did she do to you exactly? All she did was say, is this one say they do things that, like, say it's on paper, a deposition on paper. When you read it, out of context, is that it's just all she did was maybe she was just making a joke. Maybe it's like bedside manner. She's trying to. It's like no. Because you can't say it, because the comment she made, that means she knows, and from my record, she knows I got years of experience. You ain't got to make jokes. You ain't got to calm me down. I'm used to it. That's what I'm saying. I came in there professional. I'm expecting a professional. You up there getting jealous. And then you going to tell me, oh, I ain't worried about the creatine. Like the shit that almost killed me twice, you not worried about that. Because she's like, well, now we just trying to conserve your kidneys longer for as long as they can. I'm like, well, that's what almost took them out the first time. A backup of this substance called creatinine. So, yeah, you going to worry about that. But I'm finna go, I don't know, I go to the eye doctor tomorrow. But, yeah, I got to go up there tomorrow to the eye doctor. But, we don't get this. It's not just for me. And so, like I said, now you see the Democrats think they smart. So this year they go Joe sign. They always coming up with some kind of bill. It's just like in Baltimore, New York. The crime they'll come up they'll create the problem and then make some kind of stupid bill to combat the Crime Reduction Act. They do it like I said in Baltimore. It's like everybody's on to you con artists. You don't need no Crime Reduction Act. All you need to do is put the fucking goddamn criminals in prison. They're like the Economic Recovery Act. You know why Trump didn't have to make a bunch of stupid acts? The economy was good, and that was a fact. Like I said, working with them temp services, I know everything was good. I didn't even catch on. None of us did. Like I said, we all started joking about it. Like, man, we getting spoiled. Meaning we could pick jobs, we could pull up the app and turn. Yeah, we was going. It was just you could just go through jobs. You just scroll through. Nope, not that. $10. Even a homeless dude. He was joking, but he's like, I'm getting stuck up. I won't even take a job for $10 an hour. And we all, we just agreed. Slapping hands. Yeah, that's right, man. So all of us like, oh yeah, shit. Cause I wasn't either. None of us knowing. $10. Yeah, that's how good it was, especially by 2017 and 18. You don't need all these stupid ass relief acts and help people survive. Just like I said, it's like they're so stupid, and the only reason they keep getting away with it because dumbass niggas are mad. Yeah, bump, blow, bump. They're mad, and I can't believe. I'm like, black folks aren't like, but what it is, they're white folks. There are other races like that. People in everybody's race, but they knew to pick on black people because they knew there were some of us, the stupid ones of us, they gonna fall for it. Oh, it's not your fault that you're fucked up in life. That's why you went to prison because of systemic racism. That, but the smart people that went to prison is like, yeah, smart people do get caught. They all they all went on about their lives. They got over it. They got good jobs. Because I remember when I was in the army. Got out the army, and I got home. I even joked about it. I'm like, shit, maybe I should go to prison because they getting better jobs. Niggas that went to prison than me as a veteran. They got better programs. When they get out, they getting put straight in the job. The veterans, we got to go to school and it still might not pan out. And like I said, thankfully, I was so focused on getting back to normal that I kept telling the doctors the truth. And that's why I get so much money. Not because I want money. I thought they could heal me. I thought they really could help me. So I kept going back to, my ego. That's what I'm saying. If it is, I got an ego. My ego, I couldn't, let my friends have good careers. And I'm still young. This is like, 2004. I'm still, 30 or something years old. I'm thinking I can still have a career. So I'm going back telling, trying to get help, doing what they say, taking this pill, taking that pill. This and that. That's why I got pot belly. That's what I'm saying. Because of their pills. I wouldn't have it. I wouldn't be, side effects. Doing what they say. But you know, it's all good. But that's what I'm saying. They're so stupid. That's why I'm saying God is punishing them, because they're the ones who caused me to be in this situation, and now they're mad because I followed the rules, followed not just man rules. I followed what God say, and now they're mad. You know, that's why I do a lot of certain things, because I want them to see me do it, because I know they're spying on me, and I really don't even have to do nothing. You know that you're not supposed. I don't have to do it like that. Just do regular normal life stuff, and they get mad. Oh, why is he allowed to do that? I thought he was so sick. And nope, I can go to work. Like I said, that's the disabled vet program. They put it. If they gonna put me in a position to get a job of $100,000 a year, why would they be mad at me working 40 hours, but I'm only making $400 a week? The only reason I'm not making 100,000 because y'all sabotage me. It's like, that is stupid. Yeah, so y'all mad? Yeah, and I'm now, instead of getting mad, okay, I do what I can do. So now I'm out here, you know, in the sun, burning my ass off, you know, and back then for $6 an hour, $7, $8. And even then, they going by the fact that I'm working for them. You ain't supposed to. I'm like, no, if it was the veteran program, they're the ones who told me what I can do, this and that. The only reason you're mad that I'm only making that I'm working, and I said, yo, you shouldn't. You sure they're gonna take your check because you working for it? I'm like, I just made $6 an hour. What are you talking about? And like I said, they was gonna put me in school if I would have finished, and they knew my plan was to go to law school. That's why, you know, I had to tell them what is my goals. That's why I took criminal justice. That's why I decided to take. I'm sitting there, the VA, them people at the VA, the education branch, they deciding with me. They're like, yeah, okay, you know, they talking to me, I had to take tests, so they thought I could do it. And in Birmingham and with the niggas I know, if I would have been a defense attorney, shit, I'd have been racking up. But no, I'm just, but it's like, but see, that's what they don't even think about what they say. They still trying to, you know, they oh, you, like I'm double dipping. I'm like, no, you stupid bitch. We're not. Just stay out my business. Period. I'm not. I don't have to explain to you. I talk to the people I'm supposed to. I don't get my advice from y'all about what your Uncle Ted had to do. Da 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 da. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care about your mama who was on Social Security. She was also she got it at Social Security. Two totally different. They stay out my damn business. Because you look stupid for one thing, and it's like you don't know what you're talking about. The main thing they tell us, you can go to school. I don't care if you're in a wheelchair, got your leg blown off on the rack or whatever. I'm not being funny. Any of us, you can go. And that's not your GI Bill. That's, you know, veterans. Da da da. It's like, stay out our fucking business. Don't try to use us, Joe Biden. Don't try to use us. Oh, I care about signing the code. There's no COLA Act. Cost of living is automatic every year. It's for the military, active duty, government employees. I'm sure the post office, everybody. They get a COLA Act. They get a COLA. I think. Don't the federal employees? I don't know. But I know when you're in the military, we got a cost of living every year. So I already knew about it. The COLA, and you don't have to sign a fucking act. It's like these people are so stupid, and that should put everybody should be terrified that these stupid people are driving a ship. That's literally like we're all on a ship, and a fucking retard, Joe Biden and Kamala, and who all the rest of them are driving the fucking ship, and they won't let us into the bridge. You know, the people that know, I don't know how to drive. This is an analogy. They won't let the people that know how to drive into the ship, you know, sail the ship or whatever, you know, sail the ship. And up till now, they just been lucky, not blessed. They just been lucky, you know, or if anything, all the people that they got locked down in the hull of the ship, God is taking care of us. That's why the ship ain't wrecked yet. If anything, but that's all I had to say. So see, I'm up out of here. Let me go inside.